Welcome back, everybody, to day 5 of this amazing Discovering Greatness workshop, where in this particular workshop, this 10-day video workshop, we are looking at fearless greatness and invoking out of ourselves the reality that we want to create. Now, it's day 5, and we are wrapping up the first half of this 10-day workshop. And today's topic is going to be connecting to life's passions. So the last couple of days, I've brought up stuff about passions. I've brought up kind of that we deserve passions, or we have them, and they can get us so far, but are passions enough? So in today, I really want to talk more about our passions and moving past an idea of just passion. We hear so much about passion, and that we should all have passion in what we do, for sure. But if you just have passion in what you do, is that enough? Now, before we jump into it, I hope everyone took the time to take those 3 deep breaths, wash off the day, settle into their space, connect back to their body, get all the distractions out, listen to some light music if you want while we're going through this. Get clear, let's get in our space, and let's jump into it. Now, I just want to start off by confirming that every single person in life, every single person you see, and especially you, has a unique set of talents and gifts that you should be sharing with the world. You may not believe it, you may not have seen them yet, you may not have activated them, you may not have invoked them out of yourself, but they're there. This is what the Buddhists have always claimed as your Dharma, living with Dharma, actually putting into play what you came here to do. It's basically your purpose in life. It's what represents your, as I said, your unique sets of talents and gifts. And you have the opportunity to utilize those special, unique talents and gifts like no one else on the planet. Now, that's not to say there won't be other people with other similarities or other types of talents or gifts that are like yours, but there is no one in the world that can do it as unique as you. This is where so many people get caught up in the idea that, oh, someone else is already doing it, I'm not as good. Well, no, they just stepped into their uniqueness. They just stepped in and said, wow, look at all the other 7 billion people that did it before me. I'm still going to do it because I'm unique. It's the same for you. It's the same for me. You know, me talking about fear, me realizing that I want to pull out of people and I want to help show them their Superman, their Superwoman, and to help create that or support and encourage you to find that lion's roar within you. There's other people doing it, but there's people that aren't going to do it uniquely like me. And this is the same for you. We need to find what's in there, pull it out, and invoke it to create the reality that you want. Because it's in you. And connecting to this life, connecting to this purpose, to this Dharma, to this reality, this is literally the goal of the gods. The gods want you to have this gift. They want you to step into it, to live and create your highest, most attaining purpose. Hear that again. To live and create at your highest, most attaining purpose. Let me ask you, truly, what could be more important in life than you figuring out that thing? What could be more important than you stepping into the greatest version of yourself, of why you came to Earth, why you're in that body, specifically that body, to share something with the world with your gifts and talents? What is more important than that? There isn't anything. Kids, they're beautiful. A wife, a partner, a husband, beautiful. They are the addition. They are the benefit. They are the gift to be a part of that sharing of what you are meant to be here for. So what is it you are immensely talented at? And then start sharing that with the world. What is that? I mean, seriously, really, what could be more important than that? Here's the sad part. Here's the crazy, crazy sad part about this amazing fact. There is only a minority of people that are actually utilizing those talents and gifts, and that are actually living to their full potential. Why? Like, why? Why? Can you answer the question? If you are one of those people, you're like, wow, I'm not using my unique talents and gifts. I'm not doing what I feel I came here to do. Well, then why? Let me share with you. You may not like this. It may, a little jab, a little gut punch, a little kick to the shin. People have forgotten to dream. Not only forgotten how to dream, they've forgotten how to dream their own dream, the dream that they want to have. People have become a society of beings that more often than not are dreaming the dream of society. They're doing the things that they thought they were supposed to do. They went into somebody training. Now, to take that just a bit deeper so you can connect with that truly, find that inner standing. Now, hear me out. I told you this. You might not like this. You might say, no, I love doing my job. I love what I'm doing. But are you passionate about it? Or is that what you really, truly wish you could be doing for the rest of your life, sharing and giving to people to benefit and help others become other better versions of themselves? Does every day what you're doing make you a better person? So how can we work through this? And more importantly, how can we overcome this old way of thinking and this old programming that we keep talking about? The idea is that we were led by influences. We talked about this programming. We are led by influences into our passions, things that we were passionate about, or even to believe what we thought we were passionate about. And you can use me for an example. I was super passionate about bartending. If anyone knew me back in my Las Vegas days, if there was anything at that point, because I wasn't a very confident person back then within myself, but if there was anything that I was confident about, it was about my bartending. And I knew I was probably one of the best bartenders in the city of Las Vegas at that time, because I was so passionate in how I shared with people, how I touched people, how I spoke to people, how unique I crafted drinks, how fast I was, how clever I was, and how much passion I put into it. But here's the thing, that passion didn't last. Now, the thing is, people, we as people, myself included, we become influenced by TV, by movies, by other people, even by our parents. And when we're being influenced, that ego gets created, those agreements and beliefs. The stories that we agreed to and the words that we're using as we grew up all became this thing that we lived by. Basically, we started to state, this is who we are. We just went with the flow, like, this is me, I'm a bartender. You know, I said that to everybody, no, I'm a bartender in Las Vegas. But that flow of me being just saying, I'm just a bartender, and not to say bartenders are bad. I mean, I love the craft and I respect people so much for it. But me in that space realized finally I was further being pulled farther and farther away from who I wanted to be. And that's what's happening with most people. They get to a passion, and then they get so lost in that passion, they drift further and further away from themselves, and further away from who they wish they could be and what they wish they could achieve. Because what they lost was, they lost the connection to their inner self. Now, 35% to 50% of people change their career. And they change it due to being unhappy and not feeling a sense of fulfillment in what they were doing. 35 to 50%, that's quite a number of unhappy people. Now, personally, the amount of times you change your job or your career, I could care less. It's not a bad thing. You know, it's you seeking out. I think the longest I held one job was 3.5 years in my entire life since I was 18. That's 21 years, or since I've been working since I was 16. So you're looking at 22 years. The longest I've held one job was 3.5 years. Because I get passionate about things, but that never sustained me. This is the prime example that I wasn't living and doing what I was truly meant to be doing. And you could be in that same space. If you just feel like, yeah, I love what I do, but when I come home at night, I wonder, God, I make great money and it was fun, but still missing something. Now, as today is named Connecting to Life's Passions, I want to share that we know things become The things that we become passionate about, they drive us. And for so long, they can actually excite us. They get us going. But are those passions powerful enough to make you change and make huge shifts in your life to achieve what you truly want to achieve? It's a hard question to ask yourself, but I'm going to be very honest. And from my own perspective and from my own doing and from what I truly went through in my life, passion alone, it's not going to sustain your inner spirit or your calling or your dharma or your purpose or your drive to keep you fulfilled with joy in your lifetime. When you truly set out to express your talents, to fulfill your own needs, pair your own needs along with helping others, the need of others through your unique talents and gifts, this opportunity for you is going to create an unlimited amount of wealth and abundance in your life that you will never thought existed. And when I say wealth, don't stick to the idea of money. I mean everything. You will be wealthy in all areas of your life, from people to connections, to opportunities, to experiences, to money, to your love life, everything, to parenting. You are going to be the wealthiest person you could ever thought you could ever become. But your passion needs purpose. Is your passion driving you with purpose? For me, I realized that bartending for me was fun. It was great. I was passionate about it. But I finally got to a state where I realized, wow, I'm feeding out people alcohol, or I'm giving people alcohol, and alcohol is a huge killer of humans. It becomes addictive. It's a suppressant. It hides people from who they truly are. It suppresses and depresses their energetic body. It keeps them disconnected from self. And when I realized that about that, for me personally, I realized, wow, this is just a passion for me. It's not my purpose. But when we can find passion that has purpose, this is going to create the overflow into something so much bigger than you could ever imagine about you and bigger than you. So your passions, they need purpose. That purpose is that anchor. It's going to anchor you down into the driving force. Now, in tomorrow's video, I'm actually going to hit a little bit deeper on this idea. I'm really going to kind of put this further into perspective, because passions are things, like I said, we get really good at. Don't get me wrong, I was fucking amazing at bartending. But I had to take that to the next level. What was it that was driving me through that? It was connecting with people. And again, it's led me down a road from bartending, from my connections with people, moving into management, moving into training an entire hotel and casino, to now working with wellness retreats and helping people heal their past. And now stepping into my personal development coaching type arena, I realized that passion alone will not sustain us. Passion alone will not provide you with longevity. What we need to do is find a power or connection in this message that I'm sharing with you. Try to dig deep enough to find power and connection to this message, even slightly. And maybe you already have a prime example of a passion that you have in your life. Maybe you're already connecting to this. You are truly here to discover your true self. Like I said, your authenticity. People say that, I mean, this could be so cliche, but I challenge you not to find the self that fits into the identity of society. You are a powerful, powerful being. And the greatness that is within you is waiting to shine. And you will thrive fully in life when you finally start expressing your unique talents and gifts with the world. You will not walk with fear. You will not walk with worry of judgment. But you have to be willing to look past just a passion and start feeling what drives you, what sets the heart on fire, What sets the soul on fire? What makes you thinking about it gives you chills like I just got? I have them all the way up my neck. I could ask you that. That's all the way down my legs. I could ask you this. This might help. If money was no issue, what is it that you would be doing in this life if money was no issue? When you take away the selfish needs and the materialistic pushes that drive you to collect things or want things, to have a status, to say, I've made it, I'm successful, look at this big home, look at my nice cars, look at all those big jewelry that my wife or my husband wears, or whatever. Drop those things, which those things are usually feeding the ego. Well, talking about ego, that's the old ego that we had, gone now, right? We're gonna start working on it. The ego that we're starting to create and then we're altering. When you step into that new ego, when you start to really work on that, realize that, even realizing it is going to start to make a shift in you. Your spirit will step in and help you because you're getting out of your mind. You're letting the body get out of the way and let your spirit come through you. And it's going to provide you answers and experiences and opportunities. They are just going to start presenting themselves to you. Your intuition, that gut feeling you have, that will lead you. Start listening to that gut. That is your spirit coming through you. That inner deep thought or guidance that pushes you in a direction. Sometimes you're like, I don't know why I feel like going this way, but I'm going to go this way. Even when that idea or that feeling terrifies you, that fear is just your ego. It's your fear, it's your ego afraid to step into your greatness because it doesn't know what exists just beyond what it already knows. That greatness just beyond where you've already been your whole life, like I said, that's the unknown. That's the uncertain. It's this huge opportunity and experience that's awaiting for you to step into it, you specifically. We need and we deserve to start committing ourselves, committing to taking more chances. Take more chances in the areas or directions within your life that you've been always wanting to try. And the ones that you've been afraid of, the ones you've been scared to do. And through your understanding, you are going to start uncovering. And you're going to be able to start taking some chances to do so. Through your understanding, we are uncovering all of these past things that have been holding us back. And we're going to be able to start taking chances to do more, to try more, to step into more, to claim more. But we got to be willing to look back, admit the truths, look at it, rewrite it, reprogram it, unwire it, claim the things that we know we are now, admit to them, find healing through them, have a vision of the uncertain and the unknown of the future of who we want to be, and say, I'm going to step into that. I'm going to lean in. I'm going to commit to it. Now, speaking of commitments, let's wrap up day 5, connecting the life passions, and we're going to wrap up with another activity based around self-commitments. Now, I invite you and I encourage you to take on these 3 commitments and seriously incorporate them into your life somehow and see what changes or takes place. You're going to need your journal because you're going to need to write some stuff down. So we got 3 commitments. Commitment number 1, and you're going to need to write this down. I will seek my highest attaining purpose that is beyond my ego's desires. I'm going to give you guys a cheat sheet for this, but I will seek my highest attaining purpose that is beyond my ego's desires. Basically, to sum that up, what are the things that you love to do? What are the things that you love to do that bring you so much joy without the need to make money? It's a hard one, to disconnect from money. Commitment number 2, I will see to discover my unique talents. I will see to discover my unique talents. Basically, What can I do to start to discover my uniqueness, my gifts? What are the things that I am particularly good at? And other people, maybe even use this way. What are things that people have commented or specifically told you that you're great at? And even you might not believe them, but they've told you that you're good at those things. Ask some people in your life. Ask your parents. Ask some close friends. Ask some colleagues. Ask some great mentors or bosses. This is a great start. Ask people that you trust their opinion, you know? These people will help you. Let that sit with you and see how you feel about that. But also think about it yourself. Do some self-boasting. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate in what you're good at. It's okay to celebrate yourself. You deserve it. Don't forget to celebrate yourself. Man, I'm really good at this. I really love doing this. I've really learned to realize that I used to tell myself I didn't want to be on camera. I hate it. I'm not good at it. Oh, no one wants to hear me. Look at me now. I blow you guys up with videos. And now I'm stepping into creating video content because I'm going to start stepping into coaching where I'm going to speak more. And now I want to speak on stages. And I will be on a TEDx stage speaking about fear and overcoming fear one day. But I'm celebrating myself because I've realized it. When you actually realize it, you're going to invoke the reality without ever even realizing that you're doing it. And you're going to become fearless in your greatness. This is the whole point of these 10 days. Okay, I said there's 3 commitments. Commitment number 3, sit and make a short list from both number 1 and number 2 of the ways that you can start to put into practice and also express your passionate purpose. So you have list 1 and list 2. We need to start looking at where in my life can I start putting these into play, or how can I practice them? People said I'm great at them. I just had to do it by chance, but how can you practice? Where can you put these into play? So from 1 and 2, where can you start doing these more often? Where can you start testing out these theories to see if you truly connect with it? This is the part where you get to have that childhood-like nature back. You can invite that childhood-like nature back into your life and start trying some brand new things. This was me last year when I started podcasting. I was like, there's no chance. No, why? No one wants to hear me. When I started doing it, I was like, oh my God, I love this. So start playing in the sandbox again. Go run down the street with your shoes off. Go dance in the rain. Jump in a pool naked. Do something that makes your heart light on fire, that makes you get freaking crazy. Stop being such an adult. And I truly invite you to just have fun with this. Have fun like your inner child would. Enjoy this activity. Why should you enjoy this activity? Because it's you. It's you getting to play in your own world again, without rules, without expectations. Go create freedom of your own joy that is not attached to anything else by doing the things that make you feel alive when you do them. Enjoy this activity. Thank you for making it through the first half of this program. If you're this far, for the people that make it through all 10 days, I have a special gift at the end of this program that I'm going to offer only to the people that have made it through all 10 days and that have been part of this program and in this group. So thank you. I love y'all. I really appreciate it. Good luck. Let's start turning fearless actions into our greatness. Take care. Love y'all.